Hey everyone, Senraikai here, back with episode 6 of Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Ressha-hen. And last episode, we seemed like we were getting pretty close to being done with things, because I think we did an attack that kind of seemed to make the train crash, but we have a couple episodes left, so I guess we'll see exactly what's left to do. We also had a bit of a terrifying nightmare last episode. I'm not sure if we'll expand on that at all this episode or not, but yeah, let's jump on in and see exactly how this fight does continue. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Oof. Oh, that looks quite painful. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. But it's just a flesh wound. So yeah, I guess clearly it's not done yet. Yeah, I feel like we saw this last episode. I mean, it's been a while for me because I've been... Yeah, this might have been a little bit before we ended off. Yeah, because we got him doing his part and then Tanjiro doing his part. And then we see it fly off and crash. So yeah, now we're pretty much caught up. I gotta turn the volume up because I love this opening. My bento. I also got my cat on my lap right now. So if I ever look down like that, that's what I'm looking at. Still love everyone just like swings their sword, but Nezuko just kicks things. Akaza. Still not quite sure what that refers to. It still looks cool no matter how many times they show it. Get wrecked. Yeah, I hope it hurts. And everything you put us through. He got stabbed, so probably not. Okay. Man, Tanjiro, he really does worry way too much about other people. I can't let myself die because that'll inconvenience somebody else. Man, we're kicking up so much dust. Yeah, I guess we just straight up crashed. Been emotional like the whole series, season, whatever. So it feels kind of weird to be still now. You have to clean yourself when you're on me. Really should get some medical attention on that. Band-aid, some disinfectant, maybe some stitches. Still think you should wear a shirt. I mean, a train crash. I'm sure some people are probably injured. Yeah, not quite on the same page. Well, that's your opinion. Can't just ignore Tanjiro's requests. Right. That's how it works. So where's Nezuko? You ready to get off me now? I'm sure they are. They're all pretty important characters. They wouldn't just die from something like that. Oh god, it's kill it. Stab it. Burn it. That's good. If you're expecting sympathy from me, you're not gonna get it. Like you can play whatever sad music you want. I'm not gonna. He knows better. Would have gotten away with this if it wasn't for that meddling kid. One thing I don't get though is like, where do we go from here? There's still a little bit left, but this looks pretty final. It's for him at least. Man, get to see them. That's pretty cool. Because I don't think we really saw the upper ones before. Knows what's up, itching. Bye bye. Don't hit yourself with the door on the way out. Well, I feel better now. Do you have a band-aid, Rengoku-san? We're actually showing the blood vessels. So we can just do anything with bleeding. Is that with breathing? Is that really what it comes down to in this show? Breathing and concentration. Okay. Apparently. I mean, who needs band-aids anyway? That's good. Poor train, though. Okay, something's happening. Those are eyes. What am I looking at? Oh, upper O. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Good thing we have Rengoku here at least, but still. Uh, man, you really gotta defend Tanjiro. I almost felt that. It's like right between the fingers. Oh, God. Mm. Oh. Could we not do that again? But yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen really one of the upper ones. They're gonna be on a whole other level. Yeah, what would we possibly want to converse about? Rengoku is definitely not weak. Yeah, I would imagine. No. Well, yeah, if he wasn't, he wouldn't be able to stop you there. Ah, that's what it's okay. Gotcha. And Akka because the red hair. I really don't think you're gonna convince him in this scene. Because I don't think strength is what he values that the most. Our Bora boy doing his best. Yeah, he's a little bit banged up. He praised me. Yeah, there was no way he was going to convince him. It just wasn't going to happen. Not in a million years. So yeah, negotiations are broken down, so time to fight. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, the music. Oh, God, we're really getting started now. think I actually have a lot of chills right now. Here we go. Fist versus sword. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, no person wouldn't be able to watch that. Oof. Yeah, it just grows it back. Okay, Tagoro. It's so close. Destructive death. It's the worst type. Oof. Okay, at least he seems like he knows what to do. And even the dirt kicking up looks good. I love how just much budget they put into this battle. I really appreciate it. Oh. Cut off his head. Man, even I can barely keep up with some of this. Hey guys, what'd I miss? Yeah, listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about. Wow. Just smacked him into the woods. There he is. That was really close, actually. Man, this is a fight right here. No. I mean, I like him better than the last demon we dealt with, but he's still a demon, still evil, still a bad guy. That's a pretty cool name for an attack. Oof. So is that. Destructive death. Must be a little bit sad to only be able to watch from the sidelines knowing you can't contribute at all. Yeah, you would be dead immediately if you tried to join that fight. You see, like, the sparks fly, the blood fly, the hair fly. Ooh, oh, okay, that really was close. Two arms, but right back to it. That's so unfair. Ooh, oh, that looked really painful. Props him for not getting knocked down, though. Ooh, God, that's a face. It didn't look that bad, but that was still a face. Man, I am just like on the edge of my seat. With any one of these attacks could be fatal if taken the wrong way. Especially if you can only see from one eye right now. Oh, wow, that is awesome. Oh. This might be near the end of the fight. With the way it's building. Did we win? Well, I don't like the sound of this, the feel of this scene. We didn't just lose, did we? Are you okay, Rengoku? Say something. He's not gonna collapse now, is he? I can't believe I agree with the demon in this situation. You can't end it off like that. Like, is he okay? They made it seem like he wasn't okay. I mean, he was still standing up, but they wouldn't kill off Rengoku, would they? They wouldn't do that. The show wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to me. I mean, if we lose him, there's no way Tanjiro can fight this guy. Not in a million years. Tanjiro couldn't take on the spider dude. I know Tanjiro was stronger than he was at that point, but still. Not enough to take on Akaza. Okay, when you have a little bit left. Why do you have to call him that? Final episode. Set your heart ablaze. I will fulfill my duty. Okay. Well, that was the 6th episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Ressha-hen. And wow, an episode it was. Well, first of all, the train did crash. That indeed happened. And the bad guy of the movie arc, right? He was defeated. He tried to, like they always do, he tried to do the trying to get sympathy, from anyone listening, right? But like when he says things like I don't remember the exact line, but something about like I couldn't devour the humans or whatever. I'm just like, okay, like if you're expecting sympathy from me, you're not getting it. Like they didn't go like full backstory, like human backstory on him or anything like that. But he was still doing that, that kind of scene. But yeah, like no sympathy. I strongly dislike this guy. I was just counting the seconds until he died, and I felt nothing but happiness when he finally did die. So that's that. And at that point, yeah, I was kind of a wondering where we go from here, because that was kind of the movie, right? Mugen Train crashed. Demon that became a part of it died. So yeah, where do we go from there? That was what I was thinking. And we eventually got our answer after a bit of a brief break, checking up on people, making sure everyone's alive, and having Tanjiro do his breathing into concentration to stop his bleeding, I guess, right? So, Rengoku being a great senpai and all. And then we had somebody show up. And I initially was like, I had no idea who this guy was, what we were dealing with. But, yeah, once they revealed he was like number 3 in the upper Kizuku, whatever they're called, right? Like, that's a big deal. Like, we have never fought one of them before. Back in the day, we fought some people that we thought could have been one of them, but they weren't. Then we fought like a lower bottom tier one with the spider kid, right? But we never fought one of these. And I think the show already stated that there's a real difference between the upper and the lower, right? Like, but without question, there's a big difference. And Tanjiro couldn't take down the lower one. He could not take on the upper one, right? Like, I know that was before he blew the gourd and all that stuff, but like, still, no, it's not gonna happen. Like, we don't have scouters and the ability to see power levels, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard to know exactly what the scale difference is between two people's levels. But I know there's a world of difference between him and Tanjiro. The show did its best to make that clear, that Rengoku, our Hashira boy, was the only one there in that whole scene that has any chance of fighting against this guy. Why he showed up when he did, I'm not quite sure, really, right? Because this is an odd place to suddenly pop up on him, because it's not like we got to a train station and stopped, where a place where he could like be waiting for us. It was just an arbitrary spot that he crashed, and he showed up a few minutes later. So a little bit curious about that, but probably not that important. But yeah, and the fight itself, like he was quite clearly trying to convince Rengoku to go to the dark side, embrace the demon life. But Rengoku was not having it. I think at some point he even like acknowledged that he's done this sales pitch to people before and it usually doesn't work. But yeah, and it made me think of Yu Yu Hakusho as I was watching it. The dynamic between Toguro and Genkai, because some of the dialogue just is kind of similar. Like, you withered up hag, like you could have had what I had, be strong forever, but instead you kept your human body and allowed yourself to wither away into nothing instead of maintaining your strength, which is the right path in life. Like, it was just very similar to that. But yeah, usually the good guys in this kind of shows will give the typical dialogue of, being human is better, cons, regardless of the cons of it, right? Being human is the only way to go. I will never compromise on that. It's typical stuff, right? But we do know that some people in the show that aren't really bad have become demons because it was either that or die. The Doctor Girl's #1 fan guy, right? But yeah, somebody like Rengoku who has such a strong sense of self and pride and sense of morals, like, he would never do that. It was never going to work. It was so not going to work that it got kind of annoying that he kept trying to convince him. But I guess he had nothing else to do with fighting than have a chit chat about that. But yeah, the fight itself, man, even just the very beginning of it was so good with the animation, the like magical symbol thingy on the ground, the music, how that built up, like, just ufotable. When they want to animate a fight and make it look good, they do it, and they definitely did it here, which I definitely appreciate, because when you're dealing with two people with levels of power like near the top in the show, unless you count the big baddie, Michael Jackson himself, right? They're pretty high up there. So if you want to make it really clear, you gotta really go all out. Have the animation be great, have them smack each other like several feet in different directions. Stuff like that, right? Because sometimes one of the things that's hard to do with a fight scene is to showcase differences of power when you have two people that are close to evenly matched. Like, it won't look that different than seeing two weaker people fight, because they're matched, right? So you gotta do what you gotta do to really showcase how powerful they are. And I think they did a pretty good job there, right? But yeah, you get to see the fiery techniques from Rengoku, seeing the just punching. There's a lot of punching and kicking, you know, because he's obviously, demons generally don't fight with swords, so you see a lot of kicking and stuff, punching and stuff. His destruction, death, as he called it. But yeah, just the fight looked great. Everything about it, the animation, the camera work, just top tier, as expected to be photable. I was just fully engrossed in it. I never know what to do commentary-wise during fights a lot of the time. But I also don't want to just be quiet the whole time, so I try. But it definitely was top tier stuff. And yeah, whenever Inosuke acknowledges that the fight is way beyond his level, you know it is, considering how much pride he has. Like, wasn't Inosuke trying to pick a fight with what's his name, Tomioka, back before when he saved him. But here, Inosuke knows that he's definitely outmatched there. But yeah, as far as the final bits, right, like, they're definitely trying to imply that Rengoku is not okay. I didn't really see anything that looked like a fatal wound on him that I noticed. I mean, he had the blood over the eye, some bleeding here and there. They had a shot of his hand at some point, but I didn't really see anything that I didn't really see anything that looked fatal. Like, they showed his hand that was like shaking, which I guess could be an indication that you're not okay. But yeah, I didn't really see a fatal wound, but I think it's implying there is. I don't know. Like, even the bad guys said, don't die on me. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that. Like, are they just gonna kill him off next episode? Like that? Because the show really hasn't done that much, killing off important characters. They're trying to think. Obviously, we had our slaughter back in episode 1 of Tanjiro's family. But that's a little bit different than killing off a Hashira that they've built up a bunch and given characterization to, right? And they made me like it's you can't do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Because again, if he dies, I don't know what we do. We're kind of screwed unless another Hashira pops up the same way Akaza popped up out of nowhere. So I don't know. There may be a thing where he's able to hold on just long enough to either defeat Akaza or drive him away. I don't know what would drive him away, really. Because you can't really battle him with Christian demons for the most part. I mean, you can hold off until the sun comes up, I guess. Maybe that's what he could do. But, because that's the biggest weakness of demons, they can't be out during the sun. I don't think no matter how powerful you are, you can overcome that. So, I guess it could be something like that. He holds on until morning when Akaza, or close enough to morning where Akaza, has to leave, or he'll be caught out in the open and get sunified. Kind of like that one video game, This War of Mine, I think it's called, where you use scavenging, but you have to make sure to be back before morning, But there could be something like that. But either way, I really would rather Rengoku not die. Like, I quite like him. Like, especially through the course of the movie, I've really grown attached to him, so I would be pretty upset if he just died, but especially because weren't there, questions that Tanjiro wanted to ask him, right? Wasn't that a thing? I don't think we really got... I mean, maybe we got some of those questions answered. I don't really remember anymore. But because I think Tanjiro talked to him a little bit about it early on in this arc, but I don't know. But definitely a good episode though, regardless. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, stuff like that, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.